Hello, I'm Randy McClure. Welcome to the latest Unvarnished Facts Brief.
Today, we are tackling the one question that seems to be on everybody's mind. With AI getting smarter and smarter by the day, where do we as humans fit in? Look, it's a question that can bring up a lot of anxiety, right? You hear about AI advancing at this unbelievable speed, and it's totally natural to wonder, is my job safe? But what if that's not even the right question to be asking? This quote right here really gets to the heart of the matter. This isn't some sci-fi story about humans versus machines. Nope. It's about a massive, fundamental shift in what our economy actually values. The old skills that used to be a ticket to a great career, they're being replaced by a whole new set of uniquely human abilities. And let's be really clear here, this isn't just a minor adjustment. We are talking about a seismic reconfiguration of the entire workforce. It's fundamentally changing how we work, what we do, and what skills we need to succeed. And if you want to understand the sheer scale of this change, just look at the numbers. McKinsey is forecasting that AI agents and robots could generate up to $3 trillion in annual value by 2030. A force that big isn't just a trend, it's an economic earthquake driving a huge shift in what companies are looking for. And here is the absolute key takeaway. As AI gets better and better at technical tasks, that proficiency is becoming a commodity, something anyone can access. The real premium, the real value is shifting. It's moving away from those hard technical skills and moving towards human skills. Things like strategic thinking, empathy, real creativity. These are becoming the ultimate competitive advantage. So, to really thrive in this new world, we've got to focus on three essential pillars. Let's dig into the first one, human agency. This is all about our power to take the initiative and set our own course. So, what does that actually mean? Well, agency is about being proactive, it's about being in the driver's seat. You're not just reacting to what the technology throws at you, it's the drive to make your own choices based on your own goals and values, to be the one who defines what success even looks like in the first place. And agency is built on these five key components. It all starts with setting a clear goal, that North Star. Then it's fueled by a deep curiosity to constantly ask why and what if. It's guided by empathy, so you can actually understand what other people need. It's driven by strategic thinking. And finally, it's all communicated with total clarity, both to the humans on your team and to the AI tools you're using. And this chart illustrates the difference perfectly. An AI is fantastic at optimizing a task. It can find the most efficient route, the fastest process. But a human provides the strategy. We're the ones thinking about the long-term vision. We make the tough value judgments, and we understand all the context, the market trends, the culture, the politics, that an algorithm just can't grasp. Okay, that leads us right into our second pillar, human discernment. In an age where we're just drowning in information and AI generated content, this skill is frankly more critical than ever before. At its core, discernment is simply about good judgment. Sure, an AI can spit out 1,000 answers in a split second, but it can also hallucinate facts, it can reflect hidden biases from its training data, or it can totally miss the point. Discernment is our human quality control. It's the essential safeguard against all of that. I love this quote because it just nails it. With AI churning out mountains of content, our ability to evaluate it all, to see what's actually useful and what's just noise, that becomes our superpower. It's about finding the truth in a sea of data. So, how do we get better at this? Well, it really comes down to these four skills: contextual intelligence to pick up on the nuances an AI would miss, value based decisions to make sure our actions line up with our principles, mental agility so we can handle ambiguity and complexity, and finally, rapid critical thinking so we can make smart calls when the pressure's on. And a fantastic framework for that last point is something called the OODA loop. It was actually developed for military fighter pilots. The idea is simple. You observe the situation, you orient yourself using all the context and data, you decide on a course of action, and then you act. It's a nonstop cycle that trains your brain to think critically and make decisions fast, even when everything feels chaotic. All right, this brings us to our third and final pillar, human leadership. And listen, this is not just about having a fancy job title. It's a core competency that's becoming absolutely essential for everyone, no matter what your role is. This right here is the new definition of leadership. As algorithms and AI agents get better and better at handling the how, executing the tasks, Our job, the human job, is to provide the why. It's about inspiring people, aligning teams, and giving both the humans and the technology a clear, compelling mission to rally behind. And this kind of leadership, it's built entirely on skills that are uniquely human. It's about mastering management to be a good steward. It's about building coalitions and trust, something an AI simply can't do. It's about active listening to really understand the unspoken concerns of a team. And so importantly, it's about storytelling, crafting a narrative that gives all that data a soul and inspires people to act. So let's pull all of this together. These three pillars, agency, discernment, and leadership, they are not just some abstract, fuzzy concepts. They are the new foundation of your professional value in the age of AI. This is your playbook. This table lays it out perfectly. This is your new competitive advantage. First up, agency. That's your drive to set the direction and define what winning even looks like. Second, discernment, your ability to judge well and provide that crucial human context. And finally, leadership, the skill to inspire action by giving everyone that compelling why. Put them together, and that is your human advantage. So we'll end with this question. We have these incredibly powerful new tools in our hands, but tools are only as good as the people using them. The real question for all of us isn't about what AI is going to do, it's about what we are going to do. How are we going to adapt? How are we going to grow? And how are we going to cultivate the human skills that now matter more than ever?
Hello, this is Randy McClure from unvarnishedfacts.com. Thank you for listening. For more on this topic, click on the article link below or go to www.unvarnishedfacts.com to get informed on the latest on tech, business, innovation, and life topics. Thank you and see you next time.